Hello, this is Irmina Galdikaita and Women's World Podcast. Here I'm talking about everything that is important to us women. Today I want to ask you this: how you just get into that vicious circle of staying in masculine energy? Yes, do you feel like other girls seem to have more vibrant energy? That's also something very familiar, right? Do you feel like you can't seem to get out of your joggings? Does it seem like every girl is more sexy than you? Do you feel like you are doing manly tasks in your daily routine? Maybe too many of them. And like you have to stand for yourself in this world and like you're alone. Do you feel like your feminine energy is actually drowning somewhere? If yes, you know that it feels destructive, yet really difficult to change. But it's not a real you, so don't worry. Just listen to this episode and you will feel better after it. Um, let's start with what I see in other women. I see that sometimes we are trying to hide ourselves under the masculinity, under the shield of masculinity. We think we have to stand for ourselves in every area of life, and it's okay to be strong and independent woman, but you don't have to per se prove or try to prove yourself all the time that you are strong. You can be just strong but still be very feminine. And why that happens, in my opinion, is because we take too many masculine tasks that, for example, being in a house, the wife, the mom, the babysitter, the cleaning lady, the businesswoman, the mechanic, everything you are in one person doing so many things. That makes you more masculine, and you just feel more masculine because you feel like you are taking control over everything. But at the end, you feel just burned out, right? Exhausted over taking too much, too many tasks. And then at the end, who are you blaming? You're blaming your partner for wanting to do the tasks yourself. That is a very common issue. I used to be like that, I agree. And I just needed to do some soul searching and realize that my feminine energy was more important than trying to be everything and trying to be everywhere and trying to do everything. So let go of it. Just try to let go of it. Start a new chapter. Start to be the real you. So yeah, it is actually rare to find a feminine energy vibe. You need to get fed energy, feminine energy from somewhere. That could be like heels or sensual dance class. That could be yoga class. That could be hanging out with your girlfriends, just drinking some coffee, talking or whatever. Just having a real best friend that is a woman, which is a really rare thing to find. I thought that I will never find it again, but I'm grateful I did. And I will not let go of her. She's like my sister. But this kind of behavior, not behavior, but this kind of friendship, I only had when I was in my teens, when I was just at school. And then we grew out of it. And then you realize that those girlfriends weren't as nearly as good friends as what you have right now. Because when you are older, you really find the real circle, the people that will stay around as long as you need them. And this is different kind of friendship. Why is it rare to find? This is because naturally women are bitches sometimes. We tend to be competitive with every woman that is near us, or even on a screen, on Instagram, whatever. Could be on TV, like stupid simple stuff. Still, like 10 years ago, I would have been watching TV with my ex-boyfriend, and I would say something, how you like her breasts more, right? And if I think about it right now, I'm really just even ashamed that I could have said something like that. And I really needed time and confidence to grow into the person I am today. And where now, if I see a beautiful woman, I will even tell her personally, wow, you're gorgeous. And this kind of behavior really makes you more beautiful. It makes you a better person, and it makes you more feminine because you are capable of seeing the beauty in other women. But naturally, yes, we tend to be a little bit bitchy. And no, I don't have it now, actually, not at all. But especially in your early 20s, this is a thing that I think every woman has to go through, because especially in high school, it's all about popularity, how famous at school you are, how popular, how beautiful, how many friends you have. And yeah, this is a kind of a toxic circle. And when you grow up, you think women cannot be my friends. I also thought like that. I cannot have a best friend, a woman. I thought that all women just wish me bad. And then I grew out of it completely, and now, huh, I realize, as you see me doing also with workshops and stuff, that there are so many women that actually are, believe me, you're not alone, that are looking for other like-minded women. And once they find them, it becomes like a strong bond, community, motivation. It's confidence boost. It's just, it's such a shining, glowing, divine energy that's rare to find. So what I'm saying, yeah, now I have a best friend, a woman. And I just feel like every time I see her, I feed from her with the feminine energy, because she's so beautiful, because she's such a pure soul, that I feel like I want to be also good, as good as she is. And I know that we are both on some level good. And I mean, we both have our own different qualities. And that's what you can do if you have sisters, if you have mom, if you have cousins that are women that you really look up to, instead of being competitive and instead of being jealous. Be more with them, hug them, give them compliments, share stuff with them, go do something together. It will help you, definitely. So those are my mainly tips, always to hang out around women, do feminine stuff like yoga or dancing, and give compliments to others also. Yeah, make other women feel better. That will be, you will be the bigger person, you will also feel better from it. So yeah, if it's already so rare to find that feminine energy, why be a man? Why try to be a man? Why try to overtake stuff, do too many things, prove that you are strong and independent? You can still be strong and independent and be just feminine. Let's also, when you're in a relationship, let your man take care of you. I am no relationship expert. I am no psychologist. Oh my god. Yes, but I'm no expert, but I'm just talking from my own experience, and I can definitely tell you, like, your man wants to also be the man. So let him take care of you. Believe me, I wouldn't settle like for a sugar daddy or something. It's nice to build together. It's nice that you can support each other and you're growing into each other. But if a man wants to play a man, let him be the man. And let him have the woman that he wants to have. What do you think he wants to have? He wants to have a feminine woman. He doesn't want to have a man. If he wanted to have a man, he would be gay. Simple. Yeah. So, but don't worry, I got you. I mean, I know it's really hard sometimes. It's really hard to be in relationship and like just to play the the girl side, because like living with a man, it sometimes feels like you are becoming a little bit of a man, because you have to, because you just behave the same way, because you like the same stuff, because you do stuff together, and you also want to do things that he likes, and so on. And yes, I love my boyfriend to the moon and back, but for example, I'll give you a small example. He, like, he prioritizes me, he spoils me, he takes me on a date, he nurtures me, he loves me like his treasure, but never ask him to fix something in a house. Don't be mad, Jonas, but that's the truth, and he knows that. He has such a good qualities, a lot, almost everything is great about him. But for example, fixing something in a house, he will rather call someone, ask someone to fix, or either I'll do it faster, because most of the time I'm just like, come on, this is easy. You know, I just need a few tools and I'm gonna make it work. And I do always. But what I do then, I feed myself with masculine energy. Yeah, and this is how it happens. And it's not his fault, I'm not blaming him. It's just me wanting to get it done faster, wanting to get it done first, not wanting, being stubborn, to call someone and ask someone that is specialized in it. I will just do it myself. So yes, um, yeah, it's something that comes from upgrowing. I also didn't have my father around for um, almost not in my childhood, and I did have to play the man in the house too sometimes. So it's just something automatic that happens. This is a masculine energy, but I cannot really avoid it in some situations, and I believe that you can't too sometimes. It's okay. Don't worry. Like, don't think that this is a bad thing. You don't have to per se avoid of being useful in a house, or being the driver all the time, or whatever. Of course, you can still be um, like be more useful in your relationship, but I mean, not more than your partner, but just be more than just a girl, more than just, a woman, a wife, or whatever. um, but don't forget to also continuously work on your feminine energy. So just don't forget that, because that will definitely make you feel much better. um, and like, yeah, I can tell from experience, indeed, the relationship thing, it's really a difficult one, because when you are alone as a woman, you also live with a woman, you just live with yourself, right? But when you're with a man, you also kind of yeah, you kind of adapt, and you kind of uh, like adjust to your partner and become sometimes even like him. I also notice even certain behaviors, or the way I lay, or the way I speak, that is that is completely my partner. And without it's just, it's unconscious. I don't try to be like that. I just think we kind of mix up. Yes, we mix up our karmas, and we just become a little bit like one, and it's just normal. So, like my favorite relationship guru, Jay Shetty, says, you might change and grow together, mixing up your karmas, mixing the energy of two communities, but don't lose your identity. I say, do never lose yourself for anyone. It's not in a bad way. I still love my partner, but it's not worth losing yourself to satisfy and please another person. Because you know why also? Because they got in love with the person you were before. Because they got in love with the feminine girl you were before. Because they got in love with you, not with the person that adjusts to them. Adjusts to them. So, I mean, if you have to take some masculine tasks in your life, it's okay. But don't forget your feminine one. Don't forget the feminine side. And work on it every day. As I said, dance, workouts, hang out with women, doesn't matter. And there is another thing that is very important. I think, important for everyone, for a man, for a woman. But if you're losing your feminine energy, be in solitude, also be alone, do some soul searching, meditate, try to figure out what really truly makes you happy. Not maybe something that you both with a partner picked up to do. I mean, like, I don't know, a hobby or whatever, but do also something on your own time. When what makes you happy, what makes you feel better, what makes you feel more feminine, what makes you feel more glowing, more energized, more happy, more smiling. This is so important. More confidence. You know, you need to do that every day. Don't run away from it. And even if it's not every day, even if it's once per week, if you can do something for yourself, this is gonna change a lot. And if you cannot be in solitude, if you cannot be alone, maybe there is like an underlying issue. That could be fear of being alone, or fear of confronting yourself with certain issues, with certain problems in your head which you are trying to avoid of thinking or writing it down or saying. Maybe a fear of being rejected, or maybe simply a fear of getting out of comfort zone because you're not used to it. But it's gonna change a lot, believe me. I regularly am alone, and I'm addicted to it. I mean, I love to see my partner again, and it makes it even better. You miss them. But I wouldn't want to, I don't need to have every day, 24/7, a partner or a kid or someone around me. I don't need someone all the time around me, because I know I'm my best friend. Of course, my best friend is also Evie, but I am also good with myself, and I needed to work on that as well. It was not always like that. No. Most of the time I did have someone around me, and I always had something in my ears, like just a podcast or someone talking and watching something, but not being comfortable with myself, and that's not okay. You have to reconnect with yourself, and then you will start also working on your feminine energy, or start right away and maybe you will connect with yourself better. That's also possible. So what else? And another thought of mine was like, doesn't the masculine energy makes you a bit lazy? This is a weird thought maybe, but if you got me, then I'm not alone. The lazy of being disciplined, divine, feminine woman. Because being feminine takes discipline. It's not just being feminine. We as women, we have to take care of ourselves extra hard. We need to do our hair, our lashes, our nails, not per se everything artificial, but we need to just take care of that. We need to maintain everything, and we need to take care of our body, of course, men too. But there are certain other things that we have to take care more of, and also hormones, going to the right doctors, checking yourself constantly, this and that, and also taking too many tasks just makes us really exhausted and not pretty anymore, even for yourself. So that makes you also more lazy and more comfortable in that vicious circle. So I'm not sure if you know what I mean, but first of all, get out of your comfort zone, get out of that vicious circle. Just saying it to yourself that you are tired of being the man, it's not gonna help. It's only gonna help when you will stop being lazy and start doing something about that feminine energy of yours. So that's basically what I mean. And to stay motivated, maybe I can also give some tips. And my first main thing would be to say focus on your body. Dress up nice, work out, get some fresh air, get some feminine movements. Yeah. And the next thing I can suggest to have a purpose. If you don't, maybe you should do some soul searching. So then maybe you need to be alone, meditate, get calm, really be calm. Every feminine, strong woman is a calm woman. It's not the one that tries to prove a point. It's not the one that is always right. It's not the one that has the most attitude and is the most loud. No, it's not that type of woman. A calm woman who knows what she's doing is a really attractive feminine woman. And then the last thing is think about the results. If you're really unmotivated and you don't know where to start and you're like, okay, what do I do first? It will come to your head, but just think about the results, how it's going to make you feel. There was this study even done, for example, if a person is in a desert and the person doesn't have no more energy to walk, to do nothing, he's completely depleted, exhausted. The moment that the person will see water in a desert, it will find the energy. So how does it work actually? That the brain all of a sudden finds the motivation to give the person energy. It's because the person sees the result, the outcome of the wasted energy, the outcome of the discipline. So yeah, so the point of the podcast, you can share, you can feed masculine energy, but not too much. Don't overdo it. And don't forget what actually makes you feel good, what actually makes you feel at your best. And it's being feminine, glowing, gentle, nurturing creature you are. Big love for me. And if you want to hear more, just press a like and maybe comment, give me some feedback, subscribe please, and share this episode because that's the only love I need right now. Bye bye.